Hey guys, what is up? Sleeping Knight 77, aka Kyle, and welcome to my trick room. I remembered to say it that time. We are here with our week 15 matchup against Chance and the Camden Ursarings. As you can see, we are bringing Ferroseed, Necrozma, Tapu Fini, Arcanine, Xurkitree, and Staraptor. If you guys do hear a loud waterfall in the background, I don't know if you will. If you do hear like waterfall at any time, that is my fish tank. It does need water in it, and I can't shut the filter off, or else no filtered water will be going to my fish. So I do apologize for that in the background. I will get that fixed hopefully by tomorrow when I record my battle versus Kelly. But in the meantime, we have the Camden Ursarings to deal with. Now this is a very important matchup for us. As you can tell by the thumbnail, Chance hasn't had the best of seasons, but last season he did have a few impressive wins. So he's still a threat to be had. So I don't want to take it lightly, even though he's at the bottom of the league. Especially because if we win this match, we make playoffs. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We make playoffs. So as you can see, Chance is bringing the Ambipom, he's bringing the Celebi, the Jolteon, Starmie, Weezing, and Gastrodon. So things that he did not bring that I was very scared of are Charizard X, sorry, and Manabuzz. So the Charge Beam that I have on Necrozma is only good for one thing. Tapu Fini is Choice Specs this week. Ferroseed is the same set that we have brought pretty much all season, just Rocks, Seed, Wave, and fourth move. Rock, Seed, Wave, and Gyro Ball. Just as attacking, because he did have Diancie, so in case he did want to lead Diancie, I could just Gyro Ball that. Necrozma is Atomize or Rock Polish with Charge Beam. It also has Flash Cannon for said Diancie, and Psychic as well, because it pretty much hit the rest of his team regardless. Tapu Fini is Choice Specs this week with Haze for the Charizard X for setup Charizard X. It also has Moonblast, Surf, and another move that I can't remember at this point in time. Not Defog. I can't remember it. Oh well. I also have Arcanine leftovers with Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp. It was a more defensive Arcanine. Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp. No Wild Charge. I believe it did have something else, but it had Morning Sun, so again very defensive. Xurkitree was Z Electric Terrain this week with T-Bolt, Signal Beam, and Energy Ball, and then Staraptor was scarfed with the usual suspects, Double Edge, Brave Bird, U-Turn, and Steel Wing this week for the Diancie, of course, which he did not bring on his side. So 3 things for Diancie, all of which are wasted on my move slots. So anyways, we're just going to hop right into the battle here. As you can see, the leads are Ferroseed against the Ambipom, which I don't knowing he's going to get the Iron Barb's damage and the Life Orb, which he does reveal at this point in time. I don't think that he's going to fake me out and just allow me to get my rocks up. So I just predict to stay in. He does U-turn, so he does get the Iron Barb's damage, as well as he reveals Life Orb here, like I said. And I am just able to get my rocks up turn 1. He doesn't have removal. Well, he does have removal in the form of Starmie, but that doesn't really matter to me too much, because even if the rocks go away, it doesn't do too much to his team. I just wanted rocks up for chip damage. He does Flamethrower me. I did predict Flamethrower, but Ferroseed here is able to live one and is able to get off a Thunder Wave. So I finally get to paralyze something this season. And then he gets paralyzed here, and I'm able to fire off a Leech Seed to get some health back and to save my Ferroseed for later. I get some health back from the Leech Seed, and as you can see, I'm going to switch out here, trying to preserve this as fodder for later, and I'm going to send in my Arcanine on this play. I don't really know why I decided to save it. I felt as if it might be useful for like Celebi or that Starmie. He is going to fire off a flamethrower here. Obviously not going to do too much to my dog, and with the Leech Seed and the leftovers recovery, Arcanine is going to get back up to full. I do Flare Blitz it here, just because it's going to do the most damage no matter what, even though I can't get a burn, obviously, with my 10% burn chance luck this season, I might have probably gotten a burn. It does do a decent chunk. I mean, it is a more defensive Pokemon, obviously, but he goes for Destiny Bond here. I don't know how much he was expecting the Leech Seed the Flare Blitz to do, but after his Black Sludge, the Leech Seed is not, and the Flare Blitz on the next turn, it is not going to be enough to take out the Weezing here. So I have that going for me. I know that, I calc that, unless it was a crit, and it is not. So the Paramore does take a little bit more. He does go for Sludge Bomb here, and he is going to pick up Poison because Sludge Bomb, like Scald, is balanced. Very balanced move, 30% poison chance. But he does get his Black Sludge recovery, but the Leech Seed is actually going to take it out. And Ferroseed gets its second kill of the season. I'm so proud of it. And we're in a pretty good position here. I feel like no matter what he wants to go to, I have this Arcanine. He does send out Paula here, and I don't have a grass move for it. So I can just kind of send in Tapu Fini here, kind of safely, but I do decide to sack the I don't really know why I sent in Ferroseed here, honestly. Afterwards too, I thought about it, because I can't really do anything to it, and it can't really do anything to me. He does withdraw his Gastrodon here, and he does send in the Celebi, which is fine. I went for Leech Seed here, which is a misplay. As soon as he sent in the Celebi, I knew that he was going to send in Celebi. As soon as I clicked Leech Seed and he switched out, I knew he was going to send in the Celebi. He does reveal Hidden Power Fire here. It does take out my Ferroseed here, and he is able to get back to full with the leftovers recovery. And I'm going to send in Staraptor here. U-turn has a chance to kill, I'm pretty sure, but he does opt to send in his Ferroseed here. His Gastrodon, I apologize. I'm just going to U-turn out because I know that that is my safest play, no matter what. Brave Bird was not going to do enough to whatever it wanted to come in. Also, Brave Bird is pretty much a free invitation for Jolteon to come in. So I'm going to send in my Tapu Fini here. Tapu Fini kind of counters this thing. I did have Grass Knot. That Grass Knot was the other move, so I am going to click Grass Knot here. I do believe. I went for Moonblast because I was scared that the something was going to come in. I was scared that the Celebi was going to come in. So he does Toxic here. Kind of forgetting about Misty Terrain. It kind of makes sense. Chance isn't really a competitive battler, and probably hasn't seen Tapu Fini too much. So it does make sense that he would Toxic there, trying to Toxic Tapu Fini and wear it down. But unfortunately, like I said, the Misty Terrain is up, and I do Moonblast again and take out the Gastrodon. He sends in his Celebi, which I need to withdraw immediately. I am going to send in my Arcanine here, and had he clicked Stealth Rocks, if he had Stealth Rocks, now would be a excellent place to click them. but he is going to set up a Calm Mind, which is very, very scary for me. If he has Earth Power, I do believe I die, and I'm in a very, very bad position. Having a full health Celebi in front of me with +1/+1. Granted, Staraptor does kind of scare that out, but on the other hand, it's still +1/+1. But he is very scared of this Arcanine. He reveals here that he kind of does not have Earth Power, and he is going to send in his Starboy, aka Starmie, and is going to use this Flare Blitz, which isn't going to do too much to it. It's going to take it down to about half, a little bit more than half. I'm damaged by the recoil, and I predicted a Rapid Spin here. So I was going to try to get my health back with Morning Sun, but unfortunately he just goes for Scald here and is going to take out my Arcanine, kind of putting me in a bad spot for that Celebi. I can't really scare it out too much anymore, because if it does want to set up, it's more than likely going to do that, no matter what it wants to do, just for the sole fact that Staraptor is just going to U-turn, and if it doesn't kill, it does get a free +1, and no matter what I want to send in, Celebi is faster than it, just because of my team comp, and that's just how it is, because my team is very, very slow. So I'm going to send in my Tapu Fini here. With the choice specs, I know that Moonblast will kill. He does reveal Grass Knot here, and it is super effective. I am obviously going to click Moonblast here and just take out Starmie. So Tapu Fini gets 2 kills. So it's in the positive. It's in the positive for a game. So I couldn't be more proud. And he is going to send out his Jolteon. And again, everyone and their mother brings Electric Z moves for Tapu Fini, because Tapu Fini isn't allowed to have any fun. I don't see why everyone is so scared of Tapu Fini. It has literally gotten 3 kills. I understand the Misty Terrain, but gosh, it's just so annoying that everyone brings Electric Z moves for what seems like Tapu Fini. And Tapu Fini hasn't done anything all season. This is the most Tapu Fini's done all season. All it does is set up the Misty Terrain. And this Jolteon just up and buries it. But I know that a Scarf Double Edge will take out the Jolteon. Jolteon is not that strong defensively, especially with the Reckless ability. And I do believe I am Adamant this week, because with Adamant, with some investment in speed, I am able to outspeed the Jolteon regardless. So I know that a Fake Out's coming. I'm obviously going to withdraw. I'm going to send in my Necrozma here. And had I had Dark Pulse here, I probably would have been in a good spot. That Fake Out does a ton. Ambipom is a strong Fake Out Pokemon, especially with Technician Life Orb. Technician Stab Life Orb has one of the strongest Fake Outs in the game, if not the strongest. He is going to U-turn, and it is going to do another bunch to me. Obviously, but it is wearing him down. So this damage is just wearing him down slowly by slowly. I'm not even going to bother setting up here. I'm just going to fire off a Psychic if he wanted to stay in, which obviously he didn't. He's going to predict me to stay in here. He obviously is very, very scared of this Necrozma that is in front of him. He does not want it setting up, especially with this Leftovers Recovery that is going to be adding up for Necrozma, so obviously he just wants to take it out. If he wants to Calm Mind, that's completely fine, but he clicks Shadow Ball here, and I feel like I dodged a bullet, and with him just having Celebi and Ambipom here, I believe U-turn would have taken Ambipom out from half. If not, then the Fake Out damage from the next Life Orb damage would have taken it out, but I do U-turn here. And I do just go into Necrozma, obviously, because Ambipom, I don't want my Xerkatree taking a huge Fake Out chunk of damage and not being able to get off a move. So I'm just gonna let Necrozma bite it here, unfortunately, and he is not going to guarantee the MVP, excuse me, in this game. So I do flinch, obviously. Knockoff is going to take me out. Return is obviously going to take me out. U-turn is obviously going to take me out. No matter what he wanted to go for, it was going to take me out with 27 damage left. But all in all, I'm just going to send in my Necrozma here. My Xurkitree here, because Xurkitree has not seen much time after like week 5, I believe. It was up against a Lando T against Paris Polytoes, and I think that was like the last time I brought it. He goes for Ice Punch here. He does not get the freeze. I Thunderbolt, and it is going to take out the Ambipom. And after this battle, I raised a fist. I was happy because your Montreal 2 Canadiens in the last week of the P4G regular season clinch a playoff spot. Now, we clinch anywhere from 4th to 6th with this win. We still obviously play Kelly in a match that doesn't matter too much. Kelly has also clinched, so we're just going to bring fun sets, which you will see tomorrow. Obviously, if you are watching this in the future, then it is already up. But Chance is the boy. Please go check out Chance. His links will be in the description down below, as well as all the other P4G coaches. Please go check them out. I have had a ton of fun battling with them this season, and I am, again, more than happy that I am going to continue my season in playoffs. Even if I go out round 1, no matter who I play, I'm happy that I asserted myself in a league with aDrive, Leo, Kelly, John, and was able to make playoffs in unfortunately not a top 4 position, but I did get some big wins. I obviously beat John week 1. I beat Leo. I beat Kelly in a kind of unfortunate match for him. In week 5, I believe, was the week that he ended up leaving. And then, of course, now he's back, so he took over for King Bub. So he is going to take over that week 6 matchup that I am going to have, again, up tomorrow. Or if you're watching this in the future, again, it will already be up. But, so we clinch anywhere from 6th to 4th, I believe, with this win. Because we can't catch John on differential. We could catch FX on differential. And if we play Kelly and win, then we'll just flip-flop 5th and 6th. So we can either play John, who is 3rd seed. We can either play FX, or we might actually play Kelly again, I believe. So, all in all, I'm, again, happy with my season. More than happy it's going to end in playoffs and not in the regular season. But I do thank you for anyone who has supported me. You have all been great, and match with Kelly up tomorrow. Playoffs will be up next week. Until next time, guys, I am Sleeping Knight 77, and I'm going to go to sleep. Good night.